Hey guys, hope you're all doing well on this Thursday afternoon. I would like to share with you guys a design team project for CraftSupplies4u. And as you can see, I started a little bit early on some Halloween stuff because I wanted to get those done. So this is the first little set I created, and I did 2 altered frames, and then I did an altered tin. Well, it's not really a tin, it's plastic. And I did it kind of cutesy Halloween, because Halloween doesn't always have to be scary and creepy. It can be cute as well. So that's kind of the theme that I went with. So the frames I will show you guys, they're pretty much the same thing, except I just did the design on the opposite side. So for the frames, what I did was I took these little appliques right here that are from the shop, and then I used 6 of them on each frame. So I just kind of layered those around because I kind of wanted to do like a shabby Halloween, because you guys know I love my shabby. So I put those down, and then what I had did over here was I took these flowers right here. Now these do come with the pearl sprays in the middle, and I will show you guys those just in case you're interested to go find them in the shop. They actually do come like this. And then I took everything out of the center, and then I added one of the mesh bling centers, and the mesh bling comes like this. So I just cut one off, and then I used it as my little center here for my flower. I just kind of liked the way that looked better for this particular project. So I did that, and then I added some of these orange paper flowers that are from the shop. And you guys see me, I use these kind of flowers all the time. If you have the white ones, you can easily dye these to match whatever color that you're working on, but they are available in orange as well. So I had gotten some of those on my package, and so all I had to do was cut them and glue them on here. So I have a little cluster here. And then I also have a little cluster here, and then at the very bottom on this side I added these or one of these acrylic flowers that are from the shop, and they have the little gem in the center. So I just added one to the bottom on this side, and then see how I did the opposite on this side. I added it to the top instead, and then I just took one of these rings right here. And I had got these at Dollar Tree, and I just snipped off the back part. That's the ring, because I just wanted to have the spider. So I just put one on the bottom here, and so since that's the opposite, I just kind of did it on the top here, kind of off center each other. And then I just took some scrap paper that I had in my stash, and then just cut the little circle out, and I did it so it had like the black and the orange letters. And I did leave these to where they could open, so whoever I send these to could always take the paper out and add a photo, so they will be usable as well. So I thought, I don't know, I think they came out really cute. They're cutesy Halloween. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've already had a sneak peek of this project probably like a week ago. If you guys would like to follow me, my Instagram name is the same as my YouTube name, so you can check it out on there. So these are the frames that I did. I really like the way that they came out. So there's those, and then the other piece that I did is this. Now this is one of those flower tins, like the Prima flower tins. I think this one was Recollections, and they come, you know, with just like loose flower petals in them. And I had at one point redid my storage, and so I had taken all the flowers out, but I saved these because I knew at some point, you know, obviously I alter things, and I thought these would be really cute to alter, so I have a few in my stash. And then when I was working on this design, I decided to take one out and use it, and then I could fill it with some goodies like Halloween candy, and then send it off to a friend. So yeah, I just took one out of my stash, and then the first thing I did was I took this lace right here. Now if you could see this line, this is actually a folded over piece. This was a really wide trim that I received, and I knew I wanted to use it because it was really wide, and then instead of just cutting it, I decided to fold it over so that you can still see through the side, but it just has a little bit more coverage, just a little bit, because you can see how you can see more inside from here on this part than on this part, just a tiny bit. But I like the way that that looked, and it just gave it another layer. So after that, I took this trim right here that's from the shop as well, and I just layered it here all around the bottom, just because I wanted to have a mixture of white and cream and black and orange, and I thought this would be perfect, and I really liked the scalloped edge that it had, and I liked the look that it gave it. So I put that down, and then I added this black braided trim right here that's from the shop, and this does come in several colors as well. I really like using this trim on my projects, it just gives it a really nice finished edge. So I use that around the whole bottom, and then here at the top, if you can see underneath here, because you guys know I always like layering my trims, so I added this white trim here, and it just fit perfectly because when I folded over this, I wanted to leave room so that the handle wouldn't get stuck so it can still be usable. So I had to fold it there, and then it just had this clear gap right here, and I didn't really like the way that that looked. So this trim right here fit perfectly there, but then once I had added this trim, I kind of wanted to add some black here to kind of even it out so it wasn't so offset. But this one, since it was solid, I didn't want this underneath trim to be too covered up, so I took this trim that's also from the shop, and you can see there's like, you know, circles so you can see through it still. So I just took that because it kind of helps to, you know, bring the colors together, and then you can still kind of see the trim that's at the bottom. So I just added that all the way around, and then I just cut a piece of paper, kind of just free-handed it to cover right here. And then for here in the center, obviously since I kind of wanted to have a set, I just used the same items for the most part that I used here, except on these ones I wanted to be more dimensional, so I decided to leave the pearls on it. So the first thing I did was I laid down these little appliques right here. I put some here, but what I did here was I actually ended up with 2 left over after I finished my frames, and I only needed part of to show anyway, so what I did was I cut them in half so they went farther, so like it looks like 4, but it's actually 2. And then I kind of was trying to figure out how big I wanted my centerpiece to be. So once I got those down, I took this flower. Everything I'm using here except for the spatters is available in the shop, just so you guys know. So I took this flower here. Actually, I don't know if these are available still because I got this like a really long time ago in one of my design team packages. But I just used one of those in the center because I like the fact that, you know, it had the black with the white, and then it matched here. So I put that down, and then these paper flowers, these black ones, I put those down, and these are the same as these orange ones, they're just a bigger size. So I put one here and one here, and then I took these little rose buds. These are like a material, like I don't know, like a satiny rayon kind of material. I don't really know what exactly the material is, but it is like a soft, shiny material. And so I tucked 2 at the bottom and then 2 here at the top, and I just liked the way that that looked. And then just to give it a little bit more dimension, I added 2 of these flowers just to kind of tie it all in together. And then I knew because I added these bling, or the mesh bling pieces to these flowers, I needed to have some somewhere on this project. So the only thing that I did was just tuck some in behind my flower cluster. So like here there's 2, and then there's 2 on this side at the bottom, and then 2 on this side at the bottom, so that you can see them popping through. And then again, I took 2 of these spider rings, cut the backs off, put one at the bottom, one at the top, so they match with the frames. And then here at the bottom, I just took another piece of this paper that I had, kind of freehanded a little circle, and then cut some more of this mesh bling and just kind of added it around. Just, I mean, it's not like anyone's even going to see it because it's at the bottom, but I always like to finish off my edges, so I just decided to do that. And then now this is already, oh, it has this little piece too, so that you could open it without breaking your nails and whatnot. So it's ready to be filled with some candies and Halloween goodies. So that is going to be going to a friend that I decided to make this for. So hopefully when she gets it, she'll like it. So let me know what you guys think. And if you guys liked the stuff that I used here, make sure you guys check out the shop. The link to it will be in the description box below. And I thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.